All right, folks. Joining us is former WWE superstar who you may remember as the Raw General Manager in 2013 and 14. He's a free agent now. Let's welcome Brad Maddox to the airwaves, to the Pain Clinic. Thank you so much for the time today, Brad.
Hey guys, thank you for having me. Was that my entrance music? I couldn't make that up.
It is. I believe it is. It's tough.
I never had entrance music.
I was going to say we were talking about that before the show, but maybe it was from Ohio Valley, or maybe I don't know. I'm not sure where it came from, but okay, I don't trust YouTube anymore. But
we're not playing it anymore.
Yeah, no more.
Never trust YouTube.
Well, thank you so much for the time. I gotta say before we start, you share an achievement a good friend of ours had. Much like Matt Capitelli, you held the OVW heavyweight title.
Yep.
Yeah, for an independent federation, for a developmental federation, I gotta get that right. That'd be pretty special at the time.
Yeah, that was really cool. I moved to OVW. I moved to Louisville to start training. I paid to get trained at OVW. Moved there on my own dime, and I was there for about 3 months before WWE pulled out and went to Tampa. And so I was kind of one of the many guys that got thrust up into the higher roles because, they had to keep running their local television show. It was pretty cool to get all that responsibility thrust on you so early on.
Very cool, very cool. Now, what was your path into this business? I know you, like I said, you had stints in OVW in 2008, and you transitioned to FCW after that. But how'd you get into this business?
I went to college, got a business degree, decided I hated working in an office and wearing a tie, and decided I wanted to try something crazy. So it was either going to be follow my dream of wrestling, or I was thinking about moving out to LA, which seemed like a little too financially far-fetched. So I went with dream number one.
Now, you had an athletic background before you started?
I played basketball through high school and in college.
Okay, very cool, very cool. Now, while in FCW, you worked with so many of the stars that we actually see every Monday night now. Do you think back then with guys like Epico and Bray Wyatt, Bo Dallas, Rollins, do you think those guys, did you feel that when your class graduated, you guys were going to take over the world of professional wrestling?
No, I didn't envision it happening that fast. And I guess I was kind of like one of the first guys to come up, actually, from my group of guys. And then it was really surreal when, like a year later, I know most of the locker room from developmental days. So it seems like it's happened really, really quickly. And I think once everything gets settled in for a few years, that business is really going to start picking up.
What was it like to be fast-tracked right to WWE's main event title picture your first night?
It was cool. I liked the idea of doing something creative and something different. I actually had to be a referee on the road for, I don't know how long it was, maybe like a month or two, which I didn't really enjoy that. But when the night came, I didn't know earlier than like that day, and then it all just got rolling really quickly from there.
I was going to say it was a crazy first year for you there. That's for sure.
Yeah. I had a lot of fun with it, and thrust to some roles early on that was really exciting.
I remember we were all sitting around watching that pay-per-view, that Hell in a Cell, and we're watching, and I said, okay, two things here. Number one, who is this ref? Number two, this guy's too good looking to be a ref.
No, sorry, Charles.
I'm not insulting Charles Robinson or any of the other guys wearing the stripes, but Brad,
damn, you look good in those stripes.
You pulled it off.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Charles and I were in a constant battle as the Charlotte boys. And, he knows that I kind of surpassed him, and it was about time. He held the mantle for a long time.
Anybody ever tell you had a similar appearance to Eric Bischoff, maybe a little bit?
I hear that all the time. I actually was told that by Rip Rogers my first day in the business. I took the beginner's class at OVW, and then I stuck around for the intermediate class, which was, at the time, that was Rip's class. And I stuck around, and I accidentally, I guess I was nervous, but I accidentally called him Kip Rogers. Kip. And I don't know why I said that. But as soon as it sunk in, he kind of went off on me, and he said, you know, you look like Eric Bischoff, but he used a few adjectives in front of Eric's name, implying to me that he was a scummy guy, and I probably was too.
Aw, that's not fair. Well, I'll tell you, like I said earlier, it was an incredible first year for you in the business. We, after you low blowed Ryback in the Hell in the Cell, then they wrote it in, or eventually found out that it was a Heyman type of deal. You became a Heyman guy. Was that was the original intent, wasn't it? Because they kind of dragged that out for quite a while.
I never knew the plan going. I never knew the plan more than my responsibilities that day. I never found out, and I wish, like at that time, that I had been a little more proactive and had gone straight to Vince and asked where this was going, so I could prepare myself for, just inform them that they can go more places with me than just getting in the ring and talking.
Very cool. Now, you also, but I mean, I mentioned earlier you had quite a first incredible year. I mean, was it like a blur to you when you were going through, inserted into the main event and pivotal person in a lot of these storylines that were going on? Obviously it's one of those times when you get excited to go to work every day. But it was like a full year of just you being involved in everything going on, even down to the pay-per-views and everything. So.
Yeah, it was really cool. And I got to work with Vince right off the bat pretty much. And I got to work with Hunter right off the bat pretty much. And I got to work with Stephanie and Paul and all these top guys, and, got to do the thing with Punk. So it was really cool, and I don't even know if I was ready for it or not, but it was cool. Very cool.
Now, I'm going to throw this out. We and millions worldwide saw you not that long ago on The Tonight Show, dressed as a turkey and getting tombstoned by The Undertaker.
Yes.
How did that come about?
Well, Vince called me. He's like, Brad, we need you to be on the Jimmy Fallon show. Is there anyone you'd like to work with? And I was like, yeah, give me someone. I don't care. Nah, I don't know how.
See, you're being a funny guy there, so. No, that was funny.
I got to be the turkey for Thanksgiving, so I figure there's no higher honor.
Yeah, we were calling it the gobbledygooker, but it wasn't quite the gobbledygooker soup. But
yeah, not quite. I did think that it was going to be a full turkey head mask, and then I got there, and it was kind of just like a little hat thing, and I was like, where's the rest of it?
I mean, it was cool to see Undertaker, but I lost it when I was like, "That's Brad. That's awesome."
Yeah, we could tell your face actually, so that was not too bad.
Yeah, they got the one close up, and I watched it back. I was like, "Oh, all right." But yeah, it was a lot of fun, and that's not how I envisioned being tombstoned by the Undertaker for the first time. That was not probably the environment that I thought that I'd be in, but it was really fun.
How many people can really say that their first time being tombstoned by the Undertaker, they were a turkey
on nationwide TV?
Yeah, on the late-night television show. No one can. I'm the only one.
All right.
Hopefully that will be on my Wikipedia page soon.
I was going to say, I was just looking at that, seeing if it was on there. But so, I mean, that was not too long ago, and then, of course, you end up getting released. Your thoughts on the whole situation? I've seen some of the interviews you've done recently, and I totally kind of agree with you. You're out there in a dark match. It's your job to kind of get the crowd riled up. And let's be honest, I've heard wrestlers say far worse things on live TV.
The Rock walks in, says that kind of stuff every time. So why can't you?
I mean, stuff. I think worse language has been used, but that's always, it's always cleared. It's always cleared by a writer or by Vince himself, and so it's not like I got that cleared. But it was just a thing. I didn't think it was a bad word. I've never used it as a bad word, and I didn't think it was inappropriate at all, especially considering it was a dark match. I just wanted to do something to incite the crowd and get them worked up for the night. And it wasn't like it was on the fly that I said bricks. I was thinking about calling them losers, and I thought, that's a little lame. I want to try to get some heat, so I thought like it's not too far of a step to take, and I just call them bricks, and I didn't think much of it.
Yeah, and then it's usually like the type of. You usually get like a couple, strikes before you're out, but that doesn't sound like that was the case with you.
I don't know. I mean, they have an image to protect, and Vince has an image that he wants his company to adhere to, and I guess he didn't like it enough, it's his call. It's his company.
So were you mad, or were you more like, well, it is what it is? I mean, I guess I did the deed and that's it.
I was a little amazed. I didn't expect it, and no one I've talked to expected it either. So it was a little bit crazy to get that phone call the day before Thanksgiving. It made it a little bit. It made the next couple of days a little bit tough, but that's all right.
Well, most likely we wouldn't be talking to you if that hadn't happened. So, but we're sorry that did. So, following when you were taken out as the Raw GM for the next year or so, you've been doing a lot of the dark matches and the live event shows and stuff like that. Pitching ideas for new characters, I'm sure the whole time. What's that process like? You're obviously on the road. People remember you from TV, so you automatically get a heel factor boo, I'm sure.
Yeah. I mean, it gets a lot tougher when you're not on TV to go out there and you have to rely on your abilities as much as you possibly can. It was tough. It was a tough couple of years for me. But it's just the nature of it. There's a whole roster full of guys, and they've got storylines that they've got to progress, and they've got new ones for top guys they've got to create, and they've got places they're going, and they've got new ideas coming in from everyone on the roster. So it's kind of just a thing where you just have to keep plugging away and hope you strike on something really good, and then you have to hope that they notice it. So it was just a thing where I just kept going, and I'd come up with ideas, and then they wouldn't go through, and I'd get down on it for a week or so, and then I'd have to remind myself that you just got to drop it and keep going and come up with something else.
Not to change subjects, I just wanted, I'm pleased to report that on your Wikipedia page, under other media, it mentions on November 11th, Maddox appeared on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon, in which he appeared in a turkey costume in a segment with The Undertaker, and then he gave Maddox a tombstone pile driver.
All right, so
excellent.
It's official.
That should be listed right below my various titles that I want, hopefully.
All right. Now,
of course, it's also said on Wikipedia twice that I died. on two different occasions in my life.
Oh, boy. Well, you can only trust Wikipedia so far. Believe me, I remember one time having Chris Jericho on here, and I was going through all his nicknames off of that, and he goes, "Where did you hear those?" And it's like, man, someone just added all this garbage to his Wikipedia site. So, but following you, since you, like I said, you came off TV, you dyed your hair blonde, and then you went black again. You went by some other names like Joshua Kingsley, Lord Ruffles. Did you go by Brett Wellington too? Is that evidence of the process of pitching new things and trying them out at live events? When you come out with the blonde hair and then the dark hair a week later.
Yeah, there towards the end, I was just like, I figure if they're not taking to an idea, then there's no sense in beating my head against the wall. And I just figured I'd try different things, and I figured I'd throw a cosmetic change and see it, because you never know. Like, any little thing will make you stand out, or the right person will see something small and think, "Oh, that guy's got it." So I figured I would try as much as I could. Especially there towards the end, I was getting almost hysterical. So I didn't really care what I pitched. I just wanted to keep trying new things.
I was going to say, based on the name alone, I feel like I really want to know more about the character Lord Ruffles.
Lord Ruffles was just a rib. That was a dark match rib on me. That's all I'll say about that.
Okay, well, before
that was not a pitched character.
Before your release, you and Adam Rose were working as a team. Was that the last real gas you had at getting back on TV before the release? Was that something that you guys saw? Because I heard you guys were coming out being party poopers and stuff.
I mean, that was the last thing that I was working on. That we kind of started working together. They put us on some house show loops together, so we just started messing around, and we did some different things, and we did we wore towels around our waist out to the ring, and we were like a couple of hard body dudes, and just kind of messing around, and it got a little traction because we had good chemistry together, so we just kind of tried some different things together.
Very cool. I know we've read about them. That's how we were following your exploits. It's like, because they always would mention when you guys would come out and do something different.
Oh yeah. Well, a couple of weeks ago, I call us pissed off emos. just throwing verbiage together. I don't even really care at this point. And then like it sticks on the internet, like, oh, there are a couple of emos now, and then the next week I come out and I cut just a regular, kind of angry promo, but to me it's like a regular wrestling promo, and then I read Brad Maddox cut a very emo-ish promo.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, well, you just remember, most of the time those reports are from the fans in the crowd. So, and
yeah,
the ones, I'm sorry, the ones who still believe. Sorry, no, I'm not going to throw that out there. Nevertheless, now the question is, I mean, obviously, can you go back? I mean, we know guys who say that until you've been fired once or twice by WWE, you really don't make it. So, do you see an avenue in going back? I'm sure maybe the door was open.
Well, I mean, Daniel Bryan got fired once or twice, didn't he?
Exactly.
Yeah, he did. He choked somebody with a tie on live TV. So yeah.
Yeah, they say the door's never closed. We'll see what happens. I'm not like holding my breath for it. I've got other ventures that I'm getting started on, and I'm looking to get more heavily involved in the world of acting. So we'll see. I'm open to anything.
Yeah, very, very cool. I was just gonna say, yeah, it's like like and the question is you've been on the road for so long with just being, the dark matches and stuff. Do you really want to go back and do that, or get stuck in that for a while again? It's because it's a tough life living living out of a suitcase, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, I have fun traveling, and my schedule wasn't so hard. But it would have to be the right circumstances. Yeah. And just mostly because I don't like going to work and not doing anything, and I don't like not contributing. It was tough to feel like one of the boys when you're going there every week and you just pretty much sit in catering is all it appears that you're doing every week. And I don't enjoy that, and I'm a creative person, so that was really the toughest part for me. And I wouldn't want to go back to that life.
Well, very, very cool. I want to thank you. I appreciate your time coming on with us today and talking. I want to let people know that Brad Maddox or Mad Braddox can be booked at Brad Maddox Bookings at yahoo.com. That's where they can get in touch with you. Thank you so much for the time. We hope you do land on your feet in Hollywood. We can't wait because, that's definitely a lot of people go towards acting when they leave wrestling a lot of times, or they go back into wrestling. So you've got, you're a handsome guy. I'll say that. Okay, I can say that.
But you got the charisma too. You're a natural in front of the camera, so that'll work out well for you.
I appreciate it.
Well, thank you for everything, and good luck, and we'll be following, okay, sir?
Okay, guys. Thank you for having me.
Oh, not a problem at all, and good luck with everything. We got to go to break. 222-1280, star 1280 is the number. If you have a question or a comment, we got a lot of news still coming ahead. And thank you, Brad Maddox, for joining us here on the Pain Clinic. We'll be back in just a wink of time. You got to listen to these commercials. Hey, it's holiday season. Buy something. We'll see you in just a few minutes. You're listening to the Pain Clinic on Fox Sports 1280.